Hi all, Kyber1 here with the World Builders Journal, Episode 2. Today we are discussing questions 6 through 10. Question number 6. You and your adventuring company are going to a party. Who invited you and where is it taking place? Is it a small gathering or a fanciful masquerade? What food will be served? What rumors or information can you and your company gather while at the party? Or what terrible villain will interrupt the facilities? So, this is a series of prompts that is interesting, but it makes the game master feel like they're answering from a player perspective. So, it's a little off putting. There could have been a better way to ask the question in order to place it as a game master focused question for the players to interact with. All right, question number 7. What is your world shaped like? Is it a round globe like Earth? Is it flat? Is it a gargantuan turtle's back? Describe its parameters. That's a fair question. I like it. It's simple, and it makes people think about certain properties of their world. Question number 8. Create a setting that is like a typical fantasy world, but one thing is dramatically different. For example, all creatures in the world can do magic, but humanoid beings cannot, or humans can never die of old age, but all the plants in a specific region live only for a few days. Be creative. So, I would say this is a good question. And initially, I did not feel it was a good question because you're already in the middle of a different fantasy, whatever you initially had in mind. But the reason why this is a good question is if you're dealing with beings from another planet, if you are dealing with beings from another plane of existence, what's dramatically different about that plane of existence? And so I wouldn't go as far as to call it a setting as much as a place of access. And that's where I go on that. Question number 9. Create a world where the gods walk the earth, interacting directly with each other, their followers, and their enemies. How will they interact with mortals in this world? Okay, this is a bit iffy. They already told you the various ways they interact with things, and it's not very specific, but there is a very clear answer here, and that is Mythic Odysseys of Theros. It handles that question really well, and so far that is one I feel that matches that sort of mentality really well. And once again, like in Magic the Gathering or Mythic Odysseys of Theros, that could be another plane of existence. Or that could be how your outer planes interact with the material plane. It's a fair question. And unless you don't believe in gods, maybe they are self-appointed gods. Or look at the Egyptian-themed one. I forgot it, but yeah, Amonkhet. Yeah, Amonkhet. So Magic has these books, and just the backstory of Amonkhet is really powerful, and character decisions in that world are very impacted. And then you have Innistrad, and there was a lot going on there. So Magic has really taken a forefront in my mind at the creativity aspect. So creating a world where the gods walk the earth, interacting directly with each other, their followers, and their enemies. How will they interact with mortals in this world? And I consider Avacyn as a deific figure, even though Avacyn is just an angel, simply because of the way Avacyn interacts with the mortals and their faith. Um, it's powerful, and a lot of the world building in Magic the Gathering is told through the flavor texts, and that is something that's really key to how everything is dealt with in Magic, and I enjoy that aspect. So definitely look into that a bit more. Also, planeswalkers with their sparks could be considered sort of deific, since they, above gods, can travel to different planes. Like, that's interesting. Okay, question number 10. A member of your adventuring party often gives off a strange odor. What does it smell like? And what is the source of it? How does it relate to what you know or don't about that character? This is something you're going to have to pull a character aside for and ask them if they're interested in this aspect about their character, and then let the other characters know. Because if you put a character in a position that they don't know that their character's going to smell funny, I don't think that's necessarily right unless the player agrees to it. Because player agency is key to having fun in a role-playing game. All right, that's questions 6 through 10 for the World Builders Journal. Kyber 1 out.